Till you have suffered enough and warred with yourself. It's time that you won. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it paid the cost too late. Now you're gone. So yeah, that's the whole song.
Great. Let me just note that down.
Yeah.
We would play this like.
You'll
probably
see, it's
before
on the
we
set
start.
list. You can see it. Into the Mystic. Do you see it there?
Mystic, yes. And then what's Cactus? That's
Cactus is
that's
something
when I
I'll
stopped.
probably do alone if I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Alright, good. Actually, you know what, Howard?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You want the
The cap it doesn't matter.
This is so sweet.
think
there's a cap.
Think there's a cap hole in one
No, it doesn't matter. We don't need it.
People, we have upstairs.
We don't need it.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
Are you positive? They know we have
No,
them.
we don't need it. Is this stick and this home stuff? Is that alright?
Good luck. Break your legs.
Excellent.
It's so nice of you guys to do this.
No problem.
It is very awesome.
Really sorry you didn't get tickets. It's pretty packed in there and it's just next best thing we can do. Wait for that to go away. Okay. 3, 4. No. I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. Words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. And games that never amount to more than they're meant will play themselves out. and moods that take me and erase me, and I'm painted black. Well, you have suffered enough and warred with yourself. It's time that you won. Yeah. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You've made it now. Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it Take it on. I paid the cost too late. Now you're gone. 2, 3. Ah.
Coming up on 23 minutes after 11, I'm Nick Harcourt, your host. It's Morning Becomes Eclectic on this Tuesday morning. It's the last day of the month, July 31st, 2007. Recently released movie Once has been gaining a lot of traction and a lot of buzz as well out there in various theatres. A small release that is beginning to expand. It features music performed by Glenn Hansard and Marketa Oglova, who also obviously star in the movie, if you've heard anything about it. And I'm happy to say from the Village Studios this morning, they join us. How are you guys?
Hey Nick, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Well, I haven't seen Glenn for a while. I think you were here with the Frames a couple of years ago, and we should talk about the Frames a little bit later on, but we're actually here to talk about the music and the movie that you guys worked on. I think the best thing for us to do is listen to a couple of songs and then come back and chat. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, it's Glenn Hansard and Marketa Oglova on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
3, 4. I think it's time we give it up and figure out what's stopping us from breathing easy and talking straight. The way is clear if you're ready now. A volunteer is slowing down and taking time to save himself. Well, the little cracks they escalated, and before we knew it was too late for making circles and telling lies. You're moving too fast for me, and I can't keep up. this next song is called When Your Mind's Made Up. All right, Mar? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if you ever want something and you call, then I'll come running to fight, and I'll be at your door, and there's no one worth running for when your mind's made up. When your mind's made up, there's no point trying to change it. When your mind's made up, when your mind's made up, there's no point even talking. You see, you're just like everyone. When the shit falls, all you wanna do is run away and hide all by yourself. Well, there's no one who's gonna run to hell when your mind's made up. When your mind's made up, there's no point trying to change it. When your mind's made up, when your mind's made up, there's no point even talking. When your mind, your mind. There's no point trying to change it when you're wrong. When you're So, if you ever want something and you call, then I'll come running. Okay. So this is a song that this next song Mara's gonna sing, and this is a song where she walks down the street in the film. This is called If You Want Me. Yeah.
Are you really here? Or am I dreaming? I can't tell dreams from truth, for it's been so long since I have seen you. I can hardly remember your face anymore. But when I get really lonely and the distance causes only silence, I think, are
I totally believe that you get an idea in your head and you go for it. And that the world will conspire towards your happiness. In whatever way it ends up doing it. If you spend your life worrying about money, then money is afraid of you. If you spend your life worried about, I'm never going to make it, I'm going to be one of those unknown artists, and that's exactly what you're going to be. You know, it's almost like you have to put yourself in the headspace of, I'm worthy, at least I'm worthy. You know, and from there you can then, you know, take it as far as you want. But I'm worthy. You know, I think it was Werner Herzog said it, that the problem with modern cinema is that it's lost the criminal element. But that you go out and you just do it without permits. You know, like we don't need £1 million to make a movie. You just need a good story, a couple of cameras, and a crew of people who are courageous enough to just go and get the shots, and go and get the film. And so that was what was kind of exciting then, was that we ended up having pretty much nothing going for us in terms of apart from a script and a few tunes. So when we were on set, there was a real sense of, from everyone's point of view, from the crew and the actors, or not the actors because there wasn't any, but you know, a sense of like, we're making something here. They're like 40 minutes from Dublin, from the centre of town. My friend Marina basically has allowed me and Mara to live here for the last few years, and it's a really great old, functioning, you know, home.
I came here and I feel very comfortable here. Oh shit, that's roosters. I'm always afraid of them. Go away.
The thing that attracted me most to the house when we came out here, apart from the fact that it's in the countryside and there's chickens and cows, and you know, actually there's a cow that comes into the house which we have to be careful about.
Yeah, she jumped up on the couch in the living room. You know, she walked into the apartment because the door was open and she just jumped on the couch.
But what kind of attracted me to the house more than anything else was the room at the end, where there's room for the band to rehearse and for us to leave our equipment.
It sounds alright, I just wanted to... Yeah.
With Rob here, it's great because he's the engineer. And
is this really your bedroom?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sleep there.
so we can sort of sit down and jam stuff out or record stuff whenever we need to. Rob, you're recording, aren't you? About 3 years ago, John came to me and asked me to basically give him some anecdotal stories about being a street musician, because I was a street musician for years. I left school at 13. I became a street musician, and I met John on Grafton Street. I met all my band on Grafton Street, very similar to the character in the movie. That was kind of how I gathered my band. And John had asked me for some anecdotal stuff because he was writing a rough script for a movie he was thinking of making called Busker, which translates as street musician, basically. It's the kind of Irish-English way of saying, street musician. And he had Cillian Murphy, so it was him and Cillian were involved in this project. So John had this idea and then asked me to give him some songs, of writing a bunch of songs for this film. None of them sound as good as that one. I don't know whether it's the fact that I've played it for so long or whatever it is, but it's actually the best guitar I have. It's not beautiful. That's the thing with this guitar. It's not beautiful. It doesn't sound beautiful. It just sounds strong. So when you're looking for kind of tenderness and beauty, it's not the guitar. But when you're looking for kind of strength, like busking, like you're looking for big strum, this is the guitar. Very happy to get this gig of writing the songs for this film, because that's kind of the greatest thing can happen to you as a songwriter. You get a chance to write songs for a movie. And then John kind of involved me in everything from that point on. It was kind of like, he'd be, because we're friends, he'd be chatting to me about, he was telling me he was having trouble casting an Eastern European piano player for the female character he wanted. He said he was having real trouble with it. I was like, well, if you're desperate, there is someone I do know who's brilliant. And she plays piano and she sings. I called Mara and I was like, listen, do you want to come and do an audition to be in a movie with Cillian Murphy? And she was,
Well, you kind of exaggerated, you left out the audition bit. Do you want to be in a movie? Glenn kind of he's a great storyteller, so he'll take a story and he'll really, kind of idolise it. He'll take all the bits that he doesn't like in it and just take it out. So. Well,
I needed to basically inspire her to get on the plane.
No, what you said to me was, Mar, listen, do you want to be in a film with Cillian Murphy? And of course I know Cillian Murphy from previous films, and I was like, yes, But then, you know, I totally left out the fact that the film might not even happen. Totally left out the fact that I'll have to audition for it. Totally left other facts.
But you know, I knew the director, so I had a good in. Is it finished?
Well, yeah, I'll play it for you. Do you want it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of finished. I don't know. It's very short. I auditioned in this strange kind of way where basically whenever I came to Ireland to visit Glenn, we threw these big parties where I cooked this big pot of food, and we invited all the friends that we knew in Ireland, and you know, ended up kind of having food and singing a few songs in Glenn's place. And I came to Ireland to meet John, but I stayed there for a week, and we threw one of these parties and John kind of came along. Glenn has this piano in one of the rooms in his flat, and he said, John, at one of the points of the party, he said, right, come on, let's go to the piano and play me something.
It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And so I went to the piano and I played him a classical piece. I don't know what I played him, but I played him one of my songs as well. And then we played him the Falling Slowly song. And I think it was Falling Slowly that really, I think that was what really excited him, wasn't it? Because
Yeah, because he had heard the song, but I think it was when he had heard us play it together, something clicked with him and he was like, oh, okay. I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that.
Glenn came and introduced the idea to me, and I think, you know, Glenn always comes and plays me ideas that he has, and I have, you know, a few of them I hear and they're like, yeah, they're nice, and then a few of them I hear and I'm like, they're great, you should work on them. And Falling Slowly was one of them. I kept saying to him, you know that riff, the lovely riff you have on the guitar, please finish that song. And so when he was over in Czech, we sat at the piano, and it was great. I mean, I was really excited to be working on that song with him because I liked it so much. I had the excitement for it from the very beginning.
And it just sounded so good on the piano. And we started to play it, and I had a verse written with this character in mind. And then we hit the chorus, and I was kind of going, you know, should be something like, da da sinking, and I kind of was just, and she sang the, ah, and it was like, ah, and that once I'd heard those two notes together in the chorus, I was like, brilliant, we have it. And so we finished the song in 10 minutes. Falling slowly, eyes that know me.
You have that moment in every song you write where there's something, you know, a note even that just fits there perfectly, and it's really exciting, and that makes you keep working on it.
And it was that thing of like, take the sinking boat and point it home. We still got time, and the word time, the way we both sang it was just, we sang it in a moment, like we were jamming, and it was just one of those things where it was like, ah, that's brilliant, you know, it was a total Jack and Kyle moment. So to cut a long story short, we you know, Mara got cast after that night, and John was just like, you're perfect, you're in. There was no like, you know, I have to think about it, or, you know, he was just like, you're brilliant.
I don't think I even read any lines or anything.
No, he didn't even, yeah, exactly. He came out a week, like 2 weeks later, and was like, now I have to see if you can act, because I've got what you're really good. The music's perfect. That's not a problem.
Because I did say to him at one point, John, are you sure? Because I really don't know if I can act. And he said, anybody can act, basically. I don't know if that's true, but he was convinced that we could pull it off.
You're brilliant. We were rolling along with this movie, which was still called Busker, I think. Cillian was still involved. There was a producer. There was a couple of $1 million budget. And then suddenly Cillian, he wasn't on the project anymore. And John never really told us why. He went to London and spoke with Cillian one evening and came back, and he was devastated that Cillian suddenly wasn't on the project anymore. I don't think it was anything. I think maybe it was beyond Cillian's power even. Not only did Cillian pull out, but the producer pulled out, because Cillian was a star, and when you have no star, you've got no money. So, you know, John came out to the house and we're all sitting there, and I was kind of bummed for Mara, because I was thinking to myself, this film's not happening. She'd come over and, you know, sort of auditioned and was all excited about this thing. And John was like, you know, we should make this film. I didn't feel that acting was something I could do, so I didn't want to put myself in a position where I sucked, if that makes sense. And at the same time, I didn't want to let Mara down, because Mara was kind of excited about doing this film with Cillian, and I just thought, if I suck, then John's film sucks, and then the whole thing, you know, why don't you just go get someone proper, and I'll still stay on board as a musician and be very happy with that. And John was like, no, I really think you can do it. John's whole thing was, look, neither of you are actors, and when that's really obvious, I'll think of something else to do with you. For instance, the scene on the bus. Myself and Mara are sitting on the bus, and the girl character has to somehow get out of the guy character his backstory. So it's like, so, you know, what was the opening line of that scene? So
where is she?
So where is she? That was the opening line of the dialogue, which was like 2 pages of dialogue. And, you know, I kind of have to, my character reluctantly gives an answer, you know, which required acting, and it just wasn't working because we're not actors. And John was like, you know, okay, you're not pulling this off. Take out your guitar, keep asking them the same questions, and this time just kind of ad-lib your way through the same answers, but kind of ad-lib it through music, so that you're kind of reluctant, but you're playing. And I think that was one of those things where John knew that once I had a guitar in my hand, I was much more comfortable, and so therefore acting wouldn't seem so difficult. And we ended up getting a really good improvised scene, and actually an extra song. 10 years ago, I fell in love with an Irish girl. She took my heart, but she went and screwed some guy that she knew. And now I'm in Dublin with a broken heart. Oh, broken-hearted Hoover fixer sucker guy. Oh, broken-hearted Hoover fixer sucker guy. Oh, one day I'll go there and I'll win her once again. But until then, I'm just a sucker of a guy. At the end of the song, when we all crack up laughing, actually even John's camera is shaking, because it was just one of those moments where we got it. We know we nailed it. And that's kind of one of the areas where he's just great. He's not afraid to improvise on the spot. You know, instead of kind of going, look, we'll just keep doing it and we'll get it eventually. He knew that, he saw our weaknesses and actually somehow managed to flip it. One of the things that very, very much attracted me to the script when John originally brought it, which was the fact that this girl was Eastern European. It's the first story that I was aware of, the first thing I'd come across that talked about multiculturalism in Dublin. The whole country's going through a huge change, and the fact that John addressed it very subtly, I thought was really, really important. In the last kind of 15 years, there's been a lot of, Nigerians, a lot of Polish people, a lot of Chinese, a lot of Latvian people, Romanians coming into Ireland, and it's been really difficult for us, I think.
And I remember that feeling of coming here first and just feeling really unwelcome, and just feeling like an intruder, and that was that I was really aware of during making the film, like just this, you see it all the time, these people on the street that haven't integrated really into the Irish society, and that are very kind of, on the edge of Irish society, that are kind of, looked upon as very, as poor and unwelcome kind of intruders of Ireland.
So this guy meets this Czech girl, and what I really like about the script is that he never questions it. It never makes any comment to him. It doesn't bother him. She's just a girl he met. He kind of represents old Ireland to me, because old Ireland was just incredibly welcoming. We have this thing, the Céad Míle Fáilte. We have it written over every hotel, over every guest house, which means 100,000 welcomes. It's a very Irish idea. Come on in, have a cup of tea. Total strangers. The idea that the door is always open, there's always a cup of tea on the pot, which I love the idea of in Ireland. I've always felt it was a very important aspect of our culture, because it was very unlike other places. And in a way, this guy represents that in a real way. And actually, her family, she invites him into her home. He goes in, he meets her daughter, her mother. She immediately makes him food. There's no question of like, he's an Irish guy. It's just what I really liked about the film. It has this very subtle thing of like, it doesn't matter. Our Dublin is very multicultural, but let's not in any way paint a divide. Yeah.
Maybe we could combine it. What if we went?
Yeah, I think you can be really subtle with that change. It doesn't need to be like a doom, 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 doom. Some of the songs, like you said, were written early on in the process, but then other songs had to be written during the making of the movie.
The way the script worked was that you'd have a couple of lines of dialogue, and then you'd have a pause, and in that space, so on the page there would be written, a song takes place in a music shop, or a song takes place on the street, and John wouldn't really know what songs he was going to use, before shooting.
For instance, one of the songs that we finished during the shooting was "If You Want Me," Mars song. Basically, John, we had hired a crane, and it was a really big deal because it cost $5,000, and we had to get the scene.
We finished filming at 7 o'clock in the afternoon or something, and then had to go write a song. So some of the moments where like he was really pushing it, wasn't he?
So Mara basically finished "If You Want Me" the night before we recorded. We stayed up all night recording it, and so that was the song, Like It or Not. Basically, the pretty shitty recording that we made ended up being the version not only in the film but also on the soundtrack. So it's just a kind of a home recording, last minute, get the song finished.
I love cooking and I love singing. And I guess this is, I love recording here because this is where we live, so you kind of get to do all of it as opposed to singing in a studio.
Yeah, it was better. Okay. So, the only other thing that possibly we could have Mar do her bit again. Just so we have it.
Double it.
Yeah. How's she sound?
Just, I every time I cook, I cut myself or burn myself or something, and it just doesn't really go together because then I have plasters on my fingers and I can't play the piano.
Mar! Mar! Would you stick an extra vocal on? It'll only take you a minute. Just the two choruses again, just so we can double track.
Sure.
Okay.
And the choruses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm gonna go for a pee, but by the time I come back, you gotta be done,
You
yeah?
want me to do the same thing?
It's exactly the same
Okay.
thing it is, just a double chorus, yeah?
Should I go in there?
Or do you want onions in that pot?
Yeah, would you melt a bit of butter?
Yeah.
And then throw the onions in?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tree.
We never thought there was going to be a soundtrack for Once, because we didn't think that Once was going to turn into anything other than basically a kind of a small homemade film. Could you?
Dinner time.
Cool.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's gonna go cold.
I know. At what point did Once get a chance? That's the thing that I don't understand. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it got into Sundance.
Yeah, that was amazing because when we got accepted to Sundance, I, to be honest, didn't. You know, Glenn came up to me and said, Mary, you got accepted to Sundance. Once got accepted there. And I was like, cool, because I didn't know what Sundance was. And then...
She didn't know what Sundance was, and then last week she sent me a text going, Glenn, I'm coming over to New York. We have to do something called Leatherman. And I'm going, like, and it's really interesting because Mara's Czech, and so culturally there's a whole different dynamic on the go. It's like, why do we have to go to New York to do Leatherman? And I was like, Mara, it's Leatherman, and it's kind of difficult to explain to her how big something is sometimes, you know. So when I was like, we're going to Sundance, she's like, cool, what's that? You must have fallen from the sky.
When we went there, you know, we had this tiny film in there. Nobody knew us. Nobody knew anything about the film or John, the director. And, you know, we couldn't get in anywhere. We couldn't get into films. We couldn't get into any of the parties because we were nobody, basically. And then within a few days, I don't know what it was, just this buzz kind of built up around the screenings of it.
You could feel Once working on pretty much everybody in that screening room at Sundance. The lights go down on Once, and you know, up it comes, and 88 minutes later, you could feel like the air had just, something had changed, and people had really felt like they were at an unusually strong emotional experience.
By the end of the trip, we were getting invited everywhere, and everybody wanted a bit of our time and, you know, do an interview with us, and we were just kind of going to ourselves, what's happening?
So what actually, by the time we got to the awards, we actually knew a lot of the directors and other people involved from just hanging out that week because it's a tiny town. And so we're there, and it's like, okay, best foreign, was it foreign feature? Was that what the category you're in?
Well, it was for
World Cinema
and
World
Audience.
Yeah, World Cinema Audience Award.
Yeah.
And they just called out Once, and I remember, like, I just, you know, there's this whole idea, you know. I remember whenever you see U2 win an award, Bono will, like, because he's just won so many, he'll stand up, you know, and be like, you know, everybody be going crazy, and he stands up and he's like, and he kind of walks towards the stage, you know, and it's just like, it's you know, he's taken like 2 or 3 minutes of screen time just getting to the stage, and then he gets up there. I was like, I literally ran, and I was on stage for what must have been 40 seconds before John got to the stage, standing there totally embarrassed, freaked out, going, this is amazing. Like, you know, do you remember? Like,
And then you realize it wasn't just the fact that this film stood out amongst a lot of less interesting pictures at Sundance. This film was actually going to hang in there and was worth seeing a second time or a third time. And it wasn't just this sort of artful home movie. It really was the right story told the right way with the right singer, actors who weren't really actors, but they were wonderful on camera. It all worked.
this song, the song is in the film Once, and it was one of the most difficult songs to film. Because people kept on walking past me on the street and calling me names, or shouting something out, or asking for a request, or just generally speaking, we couldn't do it. And we figured the only time to actually record this song was at 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So in the movie it looks like it's like 8 in the evening, but actually it's 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So the street was empty, but at that stage it's empty. But the couple of people who are on it are completely drunk. So. So if there's a bit of music going, they'll be there to hang out. And they were. So it's called Say It To Me Now. So many interesting crossing lines, so many synchronicities about this movie, because we did write the songs and we did write them together, and we are really close, and now we're a couple, and so for us the most natural thing in the world is, okay, so this is all doing great, let's go on tour. And actually what we kind of don't realise when we've been standing, when we've been sort of sitting up there on the stage in front of this audience, what we haven't realised is that actually what they're seeing isn't Glenn and Mar, it's the two characters from the film who did actually manage to sort of get it together, and who are singing the songs from the film, but actually those songs from the film are actually their songs, so they're not putting us on. There's an authenticity to it, and yet it's the thing of movies. So at what point does the drama start and the real life end? Because actually that's, when we made the film, whenever John would say, okay, song, and we would go in to start our song, we were being totally ourselves. So in a way, there's a serendipity. Is that the right word? There's a kind of a lovely thread of serendipity right through this whole idea.
When you're in Dublin or Czech Republic or anywhere, you're kind of almost viewing it from a distance, and you're reading all these, like, people are sending us these stories of how this movie changed their life, which is like amazing. What changes it made their life, and how it affected them, and how it made them write their own songs again. And it's just, that side of it is purely amazing.
And this little film that we made has just turned into something so it's not major, it's not like in your face, but it's gone out there, and it's actually had a life that's lasted, and it's brought a whole new bunch of people to our music. It's brought a whole new bunch of people to John's film, and it's just incredibly gratifying. It's incredibly. I'm just enjoying every moment of it.
See, you're just like everyone. When the shit falls, all you wanna do